What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel for today's comic book review. And in today's review, I'm going to be reviewing 2 of the 3 titles for the Dawn of X series this week. And those 2 are going to be New Mutants issue number 7. And then right after that, we'll get into Marauders issue number 8. Now, in case you guys haven't been paying attention, the Dawn of X series is like a whole, these handful of series that have come out of Jonathan Hickman's reboot of the X-Men in the Marvel Universe. If you haven't been keeping up with it, where have you been? And I don't know what planet you live on. Anyway, I'm kidding. Now, I should have a review of Wolverine here on the channel as well, so make sure that you check that out. That's the 3rd title that was released out of these Dawn of X books. I mean, I guess this is technically classifies as one, as Wolverine is, part of the X-Men, and you understand. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. And I'm going to keep these spoiler-free. We will have a more spoiler-like discussion here probably on Thursday morning during what would normally be the morning movie chat. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into New Mutants issue number 7. Okay, guys, now, in case you can't tell by that cover there, Rod Reis is doing the cover here. Rod Reis is also doing the art in this book as well. He did the first 2 issues, and then I think after that he was doing just I believe he was just doing like some of the covers and things. But Jonathan Hickman is the writer. Rod Reis is the artist, as I said, and he does everything: the coloring, all of that stuff. VC's Travis Lanham is the letterer, Tom Muller on design, and like I said, Rod Reis is the cover artist. And I'll go ahead and show you that beautiful 2-page title page. You guys know how much I love those. Here. And then also we get this page here with all the mutants here that are involved, all the characters involved, and there's a whole bunch of them. And I've got to tell you that not all of them play like a really huge role in this particular issue. The issue starts off with basically a narration and a recap of recent events that the New Mutants have gone through in space by Sunspot, where he's kind of sitting there obviously telling his love story about him and Deathbird and how they came together to be one, and how she loves him just as much as he loves her, or the infatuation is there anyway. Just kind of silly stuff. If you know this character, I mean, he's just there being himself, telling this story, really kind of silly stuff. And then what we get is we see just kind of what's been going on here. We see that the New Mutants do end up, after they kind of got bamboozled and, when they got hijacked by the people on their way back to Chandilar from the people that Oracle sent there to kill him. Remember? She was part of the... You remember. So they end up getting back to Chandilar, and of course, there's a little bit of a confrontation, that happens here when the New Mutants get back and say, hey man, like there were people sent there to kill us, and we know who it was, and you know who it was, and we're here to fight. And anyway, they kind of get into an altercation here. Funny little battle here. They actually even have this thing right here, this fight, this game where you can go and play. You can break out some dice and roll the dice and see who's going to win this battle. So who wins it? Who won your battle? Who won the battle? If aggressively relaxing, if you're out there, I'm not sure if you guys heard of aggressively relaxing here on YouTube. I bet you that guy, he probably rolled the dice for this. He probably played the game probably like 3 times before he finished the book. I guarantee it. So everything gets taken care of, they kind of get everything squared away. And then we get to the end of the book, where I think is really the more important stuff that happens here in the book. Like I said, I don't think this book is overly important. There's a couple things here, though, as they are there kind of having this party there back at Sam and Izzy's place, which is, what's her name? Thunder Punch? No, he's Cannonball and she's Sucker Punch. No, you know what her name is. Smasher. Yeah, Smasher, because she likes to smash people in the face for no reason, I think. But there's some conversations going on between some of the different characters here, and I think there's a few important things being said here and a few important situations that happen here regarding Krakoa, some of the Krakoan gates, the flowers and stuff. Some of the characters here probably having some pretty important conversations. But then, of course, we get here to the back, and we see that Sunspot here. He doesn't want to leave his old pal Sam behind there all alone. So it seems like he's going to end up staying in Chandilar, and they're going to end up getting into some trouble. Him and his good old buddy, they're going to chum it up, and so yeah, that's really all that happens in this issue. Again, I'm sorry if you feel I gave any spoilers away here. No, but again, I think I'm just trying to tell you that there's nothing too important that happens in this issue. Is this issue a must read? No. Is it good? Not really. Is it bad? No. It's just kind of one of these New Mutants issues. Honestly, I kind of feel like the more important stuff that's happened in New Mutants was probably the stuff that was happening in Nebraska with that cartel that was sent there from, remember that? From Terra Verde or whatever? Yeah, I think that stuff seemed a little more important to the story overall than the stuff in Space Dust, but that's just me. But let's talk down in the comments below. What did you think of New Mutants issue number 7? Do you have any theories or thoughts or anything on this issue? Have you been keeping up with New Mutants? Let's talk down in the comments below. Now let's go ahead and get into the next one. The next one we'll talk about is Marauders issue number 8. Go ahead and take a look at that. This book is being written by Jerry Dugan. The artist here is Stefano Caselli. The color artist is Edgar Delgado. VC's Corey Petit is the letterer, and Russell Dodderman and Matthew Wilson are the cover artists. Let me go ahead and show you that beautiful cover again. Oof, that's beautiful, man. Aurora Monroe, Emma Frost there on the cover, just beautiful stuff. Take a look at that lovely 2-page title spread here. Okay, so in case you guys haven't been keeping up with Marauders, if you haven't been, I'm not sure why not. What's wrong with you if you haven't been keeping up with it? Marauders has been one of the better series out of the Dawn of X titles. Definitely one of my favorites. This book, I'll tell you right off the bat, is this the read of the week? No. Is this a must read of the week? No. But is it a good story? Yeah, it's a pretty good story. Again, nothing major here really going on, really happening in this issue. What we get at the beginning is, in case you didn't keep up with the issues, issue number 6, we've seen that Kate Pryde was killed. Sebastian Shaw went and killed her, and he basically revealed laid his cards all out on the table right in front of her and let her see his hand, and and then he killed her. And so that's pretty much what happened. This last serious stuff. Issue number 7 was some of the mutants getting back to Krakoa, Callisto being installed as the White Knight of the I guess the white branch of the Hellfire Trading Company, and that was really about it. A little bit of arm wrestling that's been going on throughout this whole series with Sebastian Shaw and Emma Frost, but really that's about it for the most part. But we did see that Bishop actually went out. He wanted to head back to Madripoor to find out what happened to Kate Pryde, because that was the last that he had seen of her after their mission when they went to Madripoor. So he went there to find out what's going on with her, and he ends up he finds out what happened to her, and he makes contact with Emma Frost here, who is basically taking some of the mutants from Krakoa on a field trip, if you will, to different Krakoan facilities in different parts of the world, different parts of space. So she's taking them on this little field trip, showing them how the operation works. How and where they make the Krakoan flowers and the drugs and all that stuff. That's a nice, informative field trip for the kids. And then that's when she gets the news from Bishop, who ends up contacting her and Christian while they're there taking the kids out. And you can see that she's actually affected by it a lot. And pretty much that's what the rest of this issue is her breaking this news to everybody and how everybody reacts to it. We see how Bobby reacts to it, Iceman, as him and Storm end up having to go get Bishop out of Madripoor, as he was there all alone. And we see kind of how he deals with it. And then we also see Storm and Emma Frost come together, and they have a nice little scene with them coming together to talk about what happened to Kate and things like that as well. And also just kind of what they've got going on with Krakoa and the being able to be reborn and all. I almost said reincarnation, but being reborn and all that stuff, and kind of her feelings about different people out there, other mutants. As we all know, that it seems to be a love fest. Y'all remember that floor plan that everybody's been talking about on the moon of the Summers house? Yeah, you remember that. Well, we can see here that things are obviously pretty open here. And then, of course, what would a Marauders issue be without some of those great scenes with Sebastian Shaw being the sneaky snake he is, and, you know, kind of training his son, Shinobi Shaw, here as well. And then, you know, we get a little bit more here towards the end of the book, as well as some more of those secrets from Bar Sinister. Guys, this book was really good. You guys know Marauders has been one of my favorites. Let me know what you think about Marauders down in the comments below. Like I said, this one, I don't think it's one of the must-reads of the week. Is it a good issue? Yeah. Is it got all kinds of stuff in it that you need to read it? Probably not. You could probably skip this one, but I thought it was a pretty good issue. I like Marauders, one of my favorite issues. But let's talk more about that down in the comments below, and if you have any other theories regarding this issue. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. Now, as I said, make sure you check the channel here, where you could probably find my Wolverine review as well. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, a thumbs down if you don't. Make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week. Go out and read some great comic books, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.